Apparently we're live. I thought there was going to be something that would say like, hey, do you want to go live now? Nope. All right, cool. So, look at that. Getting emails and stuff. Hey, you went live. All right, cool. So, what I wanted to do today is, first of all, even though this isn't Quant Secrets related, I just wanted to do my Twitter AMA that I put out last night. Closet Tools at 40K. And I posted about it. And I said, ask me anything. I'll answer tomorrow. And today's tomorrow. So, are you ever going to write an article thread on how I started Closet Tools? I'll just post a link to my blog. Are you working completely solo on Closet Tools? Never had anyone else involved. I'm not sure about your load, but I assume it's significant. What tools have you used to structure your infra monitoring, or any tips in general how to manage such a load and not having everything fall apart now and then? Thanks in advance. Few tips. Serverless. There. Self-service and webhooks. The only load I have is some support request. Daily. That's not a ton of work. I do my best to automate things that people email me about. I spelled serverless wrong. No, I didn't. That's good. All right, let's keep going. Keep us posted. Okay. Huge congrats, Jordan. How did you simplify the payment process? I'm on track to hit 400K MRR. 400K MRR. I think you meant ARR. At the end of the year, but the payment process is definitely not scalable. We're using Stripe at the moment. What about Stripe isn't scalable? I use Stripe as well. What's the one thing you're bullish on in 2021? That's a good one. I would say one, so like, what's the thing I'm bullish on is like permissionless media, producing stuff, like just documenting. So like video, audio, writing, documenting. everything, creating content funnels. Not necessarily social media. To A, my favorite book is Deep Work. To B, my second favorite book is probably Think and Grow Rich. It's interesting when people ask you your favorite book because, man, some of the books I've read a long time ago I really liked. I liked The 4 Hour Work Week. I think that had a huge impact on me. Three, pulling a Tim Ferriss here. Yeah, I thought about this one. So what would be one thing I'd put on a billboard? I'd have to say like something like think long term. I would say either like think long term or something about skills, but I think it's like basically like thinking long term and avoiding regret. Um, but yeah, I think long term is good. It's like it's tough because like it's too generic where people would see that and they'd be like, huh, okay. But then like if you really boil it down, it's like what are you doing now that's gonna pay off? That's gonna pay off, in 10 years. Ooh, breakfast is ready. I'm gonna have to I'll just get rid of that. Not necessarily on social media. Perfect. Okay. Just have to tell my wife that I'm streaming. How do you attract users? What channels do you use, and how big is your audience? Mostly through SEO and SEM, Google Ads, search ads. And word of mouth is probably the biggest thing. I haven't really built an audience, but 10K plus have tried the app. How much of that did you make from your app? 100%. Are you looking to grow this further by hiring a marketing expert? What part of this makes you think I'm not a marketing expert? Looks like you need some help growing your company. Thanks, dude. Astonishing how this seemingly little app makes. Yes and no. It provides millions in value to customers. So it's a win-win. Congrats on the milestone, your interview with. Thanks, man. Very amazing. Congratulations. Keep us posted. And there's Ryan Culp. You consider hiring somebody. I answered this last night. No, because I only work like an hour or two a day on it. Like, I don't really need to hire anybody. Like, it's interesting. There's a lot of work, but none of it has to be done. It's just stuff that I want to do. So, would you be open to selling closet tools? Probably, but I'm going to hold out until it's at a place where I can get a life-changing amount of money for it. I mean, even right now, if it's at 500K ARR, you're talking at least 3x, 4x probably for a SaaS product. $2 million. It's like 2 million is like just on the cusp of like almost never needing to work again. Um, you know, if I were to invest maybe half of that, right, like a million, and then you're talking 30% in taxes. So there's 600K off the top. So I basically have 400K cash, a million invested in long-term assets. Um, that 400K would get me a couple of years without working, and it would give some time for those assets to start compounding. So who knows? 2 million is like close, but certainly if it was up closer to the 4 or 5 million, then it's no question it would be. I would never have to work again, even though I would continue to build things and continue to do stuff. So yeah, good question though. If you start again without any product idea, how do you get started with a product idea? Can something like your tool be built for Amazon? How do you invest/spend so much money? Good, kind of good questions. You get started with a product idea. Start where people are making money or spending money. If there's no money involved, then it's hard for a product to make money. Digital product. Probably not. It's more like a social media automation tool, like Buffer or something. How do you invest/spend so much money? So far, houses and land. um, but much more investing in 2021. There we go. Are you ever going to write an article? I already did this one. How did you get your first customer, and did that strategy change at 10, 100, 1,000 customers? Platforms, tools, methods. Interesting. I got my first 10 customers. I'll say paying customers from Reddit. That probably scaled to about 100 customers. From there, it's primarily been word of mouth and SEO. After 1,000, I have put more into Google search ads. Phew. They say the first 43.2K are the hardest. Chris Reedy, he actually was interested in buying. He works for Sure Capital, but they bailed because it's not Causal Tools isn't like officially supported by Poshmark. So, what other marketplaces do you think are currently underserved and waiting a Closet Tools like solution? I think a lot of platforms are underserved. Closet Tools is more like a social media engagement automation tool. So you could build something for any social media platform. AG Hype Fury. I would say possibly newer platforms like TikTok or Parlor/Gab. I won't say those because people don't like those. There. Apparently my food's gonna get cold. So I'm gonna go snag it. All right. All right. I'm back. Hopefully you can hear me. Sometimes this thing disconnects from. Looks like you guys can still hear me. Cool. And it looks like today things are significantly less choppy. I decreased the resolution just slightly and stuff. So yeah. All right, let's go back to it. What does it take to get here? Skills, mindset wise. Well, I would say first and foremost, it takes time. It's just I've been working on this for 3 years. That is good. Build the necessary. Mindset is just blue ocean. Create value without asking anyone for permission. Look at that. I got people that are following along, tweeting my tweets and stuff. Look at that. How did you acquire your first customers? Reddit. Look at this. People got links to my stuff. They're helping people out. I don't even have to do an AMA. Everybody's gonna answer questions for me. Do you have any tutorial book recommend for SEO? You can find one in his blog post. Love it. Look at that. This is nuts. I've never had this before. Like I said, I don't even have to do. Let's see. I'm not sure about your load. You're working solo. What tool are you trying using to track MRR? This guy posted a link. Look at that. What are your thoughts on info products versus SaaS? Info products versus SaaS is like interesting because like I really think it just comes down to like who you are and what you want to build. I mean, I think I want to make some info products, but I want them to be much more organic, not like super forced. Like I don't want to um, like basically have a product from day one and then like make it better over time kind of thing. I don't know, I guess, but I mean, I guess that's how SaaS products are. So I don't know. That's an interesting one. It's very interesting. I mean, I think info products are great. I buy a lot of them. I buy a lot of courses. I buy a lot of books. I buy a lot of, access to information. So, I think there's a huge market for info products. And the internet makes learning cheap. A $200 course is cheap compared to going to college, So like, but, are you providing that much value. So yeah, it's interesting for sure. I do think info products do require audience building, whereas I think SaaS, because it's more like a tool, has that recurring revenue, has that longevity, and can grow through users and stuff like that, like a lot more. But I mean, I don't know. Info products can grow through word of mouth too. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. That's why I said what I said. I don't have any expertise in selling info products. It's probably actually very similar. All right. Is there any that I haven't answered? Roughly. Andres is probably from Europe, and Europe has crazy high taxes. Croatia. Yeah, that's why nobody builds businesses in Europe, because half of your money goes to the government right out of the gate. So the US tax code, so like there's tax brackets where basically if you make, up to 50K, you're taxed at a super low rate. It's like 20% or something. And then and that's all the money you make up to 50K. And then from like 50K to like 150K, you tax at like 24%. But that 24% doesn't apply to the first 50K. So like it only applies to the money between 50K and 150K. And then like it's like 150K to like 300K, it's like 26%. And then like, or maybe it's 400K, something like that. So like the money that's in the brackets gets taxed at that rate. So like even if you make $1 million, only the money above, I think it's like 400K is like the highest bracket, and that's like 30% basically of your income goes to taxes. But it's only the money from 400K to a million that gets taxed at 30%, not the first 400K. So yeah, it's interesting. It gives incentive for people to grow, and it gives incentive for people to build, a business that makes good money. But in the end, basically, the government makes money off of businesses that are making more money, and that allows people to grow, to bigger sizes because they're not taxing every single person like 50%, like boom. So let's see. I got a lot of notifications here. What is Closet Tools exactly? I'm not going to answer that. You can click links. Oh, so this person's just got something he's promoting. That's where all of these notifications are coming from. Okay, cool. I like this tweet. I'm going to retweet that one. All right, cool. So, how long have I been streaming? 30 minutes. Sweet. So now we got 30 minutes for Quant Secret stuff. Sweet. All right, let's go back to the plan. So I talked to my wife this morning, and she's like, "How are you gonna make money with this thing?" And I was like, "I have all these goals, things that I want to build. I want to develop the infrastructure. I want to help other people get into trading. I want to beef up my SEO skills. But I don't exactly know what I'm going to sell because there's a lot of things you can sell. I could sell. Oh, what's up, bud?
I just want to take a quick shower.
Sounds good. Okay, sounds good.
Also, I ate some grilled cheese, like the same grilled cheese, and I'm just getting it
Hey,
out.
watch out for the heater. You're gonna here cover up. Finley, I'm on the camera. You want to say hi to the people?
Can I?
Well, I mean, you could just say hi right now. All right. What are you gonna do?
Amber said the kids are doing school first.
Yeah, I'm saying right now, because like Daddy's working, so you can't be out here. Daddy's working, okay?
Are you on that camera right there?
Yeah, this one right here. All right, I gotta keep working, okay? I love you. You head back inside, okay?
Who did this?
You did that.
I didn't.
You did too.
I didn't.
All right, you head back inside, okay?
I didn't.
Have fun. All right. So let's get back to it. Oh, so I was saying like, yeah, well, what do I want to do to make money? So let's add a make money. Make money category because there's a lot of ways I can make money. I can make money selling algorithms. I can make money selling books / resources / courses. I could make money. I can make money as like access to hedge fund if it's successful. And lastly, just make money through the algorithms. So that's really it. Oh, and I could actually turn infrastructure into a SaaS. So like all this testing and stuff and the live trading and stuff that I build out, I could technically sell access to that. So, I mean, technically, I could do all of those. I don't have to give people my algorithms, but I do want to like show people at least like what I'm thinking. I don't have to give them the specific algorithms. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, I think I might do all of those. I don't know about turning the infrastructure into a SaaS. I don't know if I want to run. I don't know if I want to run another SaaS. How do I turn on Do Not Disturb? Do not disturb for 1 hour. Yeah, so I don't know. But if it's pretty sweet, then I don't know. Maybe it would be pretty easy to run. I mean, that's a business that I could actually run where I could like hire people, employ people, and stuff. So yeah, um, that's pretty much the goal for Quant Secrets. Um, one thing I wanted to do is go back to our keyword list here. I'm gonna go to my list. Where's my list? Sweet. So, sort of my difficulty. So like these couple ones, quantitative trading, even quant trading. Quant trading would be a good one. Let's see what stuff ranks for that right now. Course, event, Investopedia. There's a Medium article. No way. This is gonna be easy. All right, so we got this, this, this. Oh, the featured snippet. There's a featured snippet. Okay, so we want to do some sort of featured snippet thing. What is quantitative trading? Yeah, we definitely want to do something like that. Even though this will probably, I feel like this one is like decent, but it doesn't rank. Doesn't even rank in the top 10 other than the featured snippet, which is interesting. And this is its top keyword. Well, I guess it would be its top keyword because, yeah. All right, so Medium, Quant Start, Quant Start, Quant Connect, Quora. Yeah, interesting. Not a lot. So we have the quantitative trading definition, which was one of the other keywords on my list, quant definition. And so like that is actually a pretty decent keyword. But I mean that's good for Investopedia. I mean like that's what they do is they kind of like put out information like that. The definition of quant isn't really what's going to attract like good quants to my website. Like quantitative trading, like the ultimate guide, like that's what will um, attract people. And then what you do is like I can have like quantitative trading, the guide, and then one of the subheaders can be like how to become a quant, and like one of the subheaders can be swing trading strategies, and then another one can be like automated trading. Like you can subheader stuff like that, and then you can get more traffic to your blog post. Yeah, quants do and how they've evolved. So 1 year in quant trading. Look at that chart. 175% ROI. Wonder how much he actually invested. Strategically pick your markets, learn the rules and accept them, know your priorities. Don't expect to lose in your first year. No. Don't rush with capital, rush with execution. I found there are two ways price stops can be used, either not at all or to protect against block swan events. Yeah, the price stops is interesting because like you don't always want to like exit the market because you never know what can happen. Know your strategies, know your numbers. My best performing strategy uses 3 parameters. Create a good backtest, know the ins and outs, find good. So I mean, this is actually a good article for like, yeah, it's actually a really good article, but it's terribly written for actually attracting SEO traffic. It's really good information wise. Like I like it. It's nice and it's like almost like a tweet storm where it's like little sections on like, hey, this is how you should do quant trading. I like it, but yeah, it's not like I can write something that competes way better than this. So this is interesting. A beginner's guide to quant trading. I think it's just kind of written very plainly, though. It's probably part of the reason why it doesn't really like do as well. And it just kind of like is not as authoritative. And this is also quant start. So they have 2 in the top 10 for that keyword, which is actually pretty good. But he's kind of splitting his SEO juice, they call it, across two different blog posts. You know, this one's be- plan for becoming a quantitative trader, and this one is beginner's guide to quantitative trading. And like you could definitely combine this plan inside the other one, and then they both would do really well, kind of thing. And then Quant Connect, I guess, is literally just a website. And it looks like they sell something. Apparently, you can create a quant trading team. What is quantitative trading? Look at that core answer. This is a very cookie cutter answer. Yeah, it's literally taken from Investopedia and this article here too. So yeah, so like not a lot of competition. Definitely a lot to like kind of draw from, like as far as titles and stuff goes. Like obviously you want to answer what is quantitative trading and you know the basics. And then I think though you kind of want to go into more of like I don't know, I would go into some of the methodologies for how to actually go through and implement, you know, like how do you actually get into it? How do you actually get started with it? How do you, you know, pick algorithms? How do you make algorithms? Those are all different things that you can write about. And I'm not saying I actually even know anything about any of that, though I have done some reading and I kind of know what I'm doing. Not like a lot, but look at that. Somebody finally asked me what the Udemy course is that I bought. Let me look. Web development. I think it's just the most popular course on there. It's like some ridiculous number of reviews. Yeah, it's Colt Steel. Colt. Let's go, Colt. He's awesome. It was actually a really good course. And you can tell it's really good. It has almost 200,000 ratings, 4.7 stars. That's insane. Really good course. Oops. There we go. Yeah, that's a really good one. And it looks like it has a lot more in it now than when I took it. I don't even think Node was a thing when I first started. I think it was like just getting started when I first started learning web development. Like Node was still in the phase where it was like not trusted and there was performance issues and stuff like that. Now it's everywhere. Cool. This tweet, let's look at the stats on it. 44,000 impressions. When I tweeted that out, I'm pretty sure I had 7,500 followers. Let's take a look. One of my acquaintances, I don't really know him. Um, it's a little off. um, at dr on Twitter. This guy, Dan Rowden, at dr on Twitter. He made this app called ilo.so. And it's pretty cool because it actually tracks like engagement for your tweets and stuff like that. And as you can see, over the course of the holidays, right? Well, I guess basically just last week I didn't do hardly any tweeting. Um, I did write this tweet storm, but I guess it was pretty spread thin, so I guess like the engagements per tweet would be pretty low because it was like a lot of tweets. But the first tweet did really well. Had a lot of retweets, quote tweets. Um, the stats one did really well. But yeah. Yeah. So like literally yesterday I had 7,500, now I have 7,800. It's gonna be like I'll probably hit 8K today or tomorrow, which is wild because I had just hit 7K on the 3rd, 10 days ago. So 1,000 followers in 10 days. Which, depends on where you're at in your Twitter growth journey. But yeah, cool. All right. So I kind of have some plan. I don't, the thing is, like, I don't want to write content that I don't know anything about, but I certainly can start. See, I'd like to start a little more specific where I'm talking about like swing trading, where it's like, okay, what is swing trading? Because that is something a little more specific that you can really provide good value on. Like just quant trading, quantitative trading, like it's a huge, broad topic, and it's kind of hard to nail down exactly, what it is. But I think you can kind of start with a broad topic like that, and then kind of iron out all the different pieces of what is quantitative trading. And so I can actually do that where like, um, a lot of these are probably, yeah, like mean reversion. I know that's a keyword, like statistical arbitrage. Like these are all different like keywords that this article is trying to rank for. And so like this is actually probably, this is why this one has the snippet, because it actually is a good article on what is quantitative trading. So I expect my article to probably be similar to this one. Um, yeah, cool. All right, where are we at? 50 minutes. Wonder how the live stream's doing. Had one viewer. It's probably my wife. The current resolution is not optimal. Well, it matches my screen. which is I should probably get a second screen and then it'll be better. But hopefully the when this is posted afterwards, it actually fits the format, so it's like 16 by 10 instead of um, 16 by 9, but we'll see. Yeah, not much more I wanted to do today. I didn't want to like start writing today, but maybe tomorrow I'll start actually ironing out a blog post that I want to write, and I'll probably put it. I'll show you how I put it on the Quant Secrets website, and I can show you my Jekyll setup for like blogging and stuff like that. Yeah, pretty sweet. Actually, let's see. I go to SendFox. This is where I'm doing the email newsletter, and wow, 400 signups. Wild. So 400 people are like, "Hey, I want to learn more about quant trading," and that is crazy because, good grief, I haven't even done anything yet, and that's really cool. So yeah, I mean, it puts a little added pressure to actually like do something with this because I think people are actually genuinely interested in it. 400 subscribers in the first, couple weeks is no joke. So definitely stay tuned. Definitely. All right, cool. I think I'm gonna cap this one, and I'm gonna work on some closet tool stuff for today, and then I'll be done. I gotta quit early today. Well, I say early, noon. So sweet. All right.